Okay, so we're live. So hello everyone, it's me Vessel back again. I'm with Samika right now. Samika, say hi.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
It's been like a long time coming, like almost 2 years, and normally we'd be on everybody else's platforms, but now we finally can do it ourselves. It's something we've been wanting to do for a while, and praise y'all, we're able to do it now.
Yes. So,
So tell everybody who you are.
I am Samika. I This is my sister. Vessel is my sister. That's my family. Whether we know we blood or not, that's family. Um, we met on a platform, and we've been like this ever since. We motivate each other. Um, uh, it's just time to, you know, speak to our people, get down to the nitty gritty, and sow some good seeds, get some listeners, and but the information that we give, it's up to you to do your research and move forward with it. We're not forcing nobody to do
Yeah,
anything, but it's a learning process, and we need our people to be very
yeah,
respectable on this
it's
page.
very true.
Watch what you say and things of that nature. No negativity, please, because you will not be able to come in.
Well, right now it's just gonna be me and you on here, so nobody can come in anyway. So it's
Okay,
just
that's
gonna be
cool.
me and you.
Mm-hmm. So I'm
Yeah, keep
basically
it.
just talking about a lot of stuff. Um, I was really speaking on the word submissive the other day, and I just want a lot of people to know that that word belongs to man
Mhm.
and woman. It's not just the women, but it starts with the man.
Mhm.
Um, you have to. The man needs to be submissive to Yah in order for everything to fall and balance accordingly. It doesn't mean controlling. And that's where a lot of women get that in their head that that's what that means. It doesn't mean that. It's a balance. Like unevenly yoked, it's a balance. And we need that. And it applies to if you're in a relationship and it's going towards marriage. Or if you're married, because this don't have nothing to do with boyfriend and girlfriend, because that word is not written, boyfriend or girlfriend. So what are your um comments on the word submissive? What do you believe, Vessel?
For me, um,
Mm-hmm.
I agree. First, like you said, it's something that we're supposed to do with the Most High first. You can't be submissive to nobody if you're not submissive to Him because He is the head. Um, Submissive for me, honestly, I'm still learning. I'm still
Mm-hmm.
learning because we hear so many different variations of what it means, but I'm still learning that myself in
Mm-hmm.
my walk with the Most High of learning how to truly submit to Him. Because at first I thought it was like just doing whatever a person says, but it's actually servitude. And in order to serve anyone else, I have to serve my Father first.
Mm-hmm.
And serving Him, honestly, it I would say that it hasn't been easy, not because of the Most High, but because of me. Because we are so set in our ways and want to do what
Mm-hmm.
we want to do, and because of that, we can't really surrender. And I believe that's a part of submission too, is surrendering and surrendering your will to His will.
Exactly.
But I think to give people a little more clarification of what made you talk about this topic about like the submissiveness and in
Mm-hmm.
relationships.
I've been saying things of this nature because, for one, I have a daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm trying to teach her and other women that I know. that it's important for women to know their place. And that ain't, I'm not saying that's controlling, but we do have a place. We have our place as the help, nurturing. We have our place as being a virtuous woman. It's not about twerking. It's not about having your hand out all the time. It's not about it's about your relationship, like she said, with Yah. Because I'm piggybacking off of that. How do you expect to have the man that you need, not want, because your wants can get in the way of your needs. That's what you
Mm-hmm.
need is really important. How do you expect for your needs to be met if you are not meeting your needs yourself as far as having a relationship with Yah? Because that is the most important thing. It don't it's society is backwards.
Mm-hmm.
The cooking and the cleaning and the taking care of the kids and the bringing stuff to the table, all of that falls in line correctly when you are submissive to Yah, male and female. A man cannot expect for a woman to be submissive to him if he is not working on his relationship with Yah. You got
Mm-hmm.
to at least show some type of effort. You just can't be wanting what you want and you're not working for what you want. That's just like a job. You want that position, you got to do what you need to do so that you can get that position. That position just not going to jump in your lap. Our men need to be prayed for. That's the most important thing. Instead of kicking a man when he's down or kicking a woman when she's down, it's called praying, putting the umbrella over the male and the female and praying, comforting them, not kicking them when they're down. Our children will fall in line as well. They wouldn't be running around frantic, running away from home. And it all has to do with broken families too. Like we have to keep our families together. You just can't be the woman sitting up here talking to a man the way that you talk to the man, and he the one doing all of the work and paying the bills, and you feel like you could talk to him like that. No, that's not how that goes. Because if it was me, I would leave you. I'm sorry, but you cannot disrespect a man like that. A man can't disrespect a woman like that. There are things that everything is a balance. It can't be unevenly yoked. So sometimes our wants gotta go. It's a sacrifice. Because if you fall in line with what you need, your wants will fall in line right behind it. And sometimes what we want ain't always the best thing for us. So sometimes we gotta put that to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Get your house together and your house together.
So, do you think it's hard in this society for people to actually for to find a righteous man?
Yep, it is.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are trying to do something about it, like if you're trying to walk the path of what Yah wants you to do, we know it's difficult because you're so conditioned to doing what society has you doing. But it's a lot easier to try to do the right thing because we've been doing the wrong thing for so long. So why not try to do the right thing? It is very difficult to find a submissive man or the right. It's very, very because you do not know what bag these people are coming out of. You don't know what this person's agenda is. You don't know what her agenda is. You don't know. You got to watch out for the kids because you don't know what their agenda is. You don't even know if you standing next to a person like because the
Mhm.
demonicness is everywhere and they are doing their job. They are consistent with what they are doing, but we're not. So that's why we get
Yeah.
tied up into all of this stuff. You could be sitting right next to a daggone demon and you don't even know it. Because why? You too busy living worldly. And I get it. I get it. Because I was once and still is in the world. But I know my limits. I know my boundaries. I know, no, that's that. And then I look and then I know, nope, nope, I'm not doing that. So you have to discipline yourself. Like me, the fasting, when I don't say I'm going to fast, I just don't eat. If I ain't hungry, I ain't eating. But once I say I'm going to fast, everything be coming. I be wanting this. So I've learned to just do it and not say I'm going to do it. You have to discipline yourself. I get it. These men out here, woo, we don't know. And these females, woo, we don't know. So I just look at it as how y'all don't know that y'all don't want you being with nobody but him right now. Maybe the relationship ain't the best thing, and I know he don't want us to be by ourselves because that's not what he intended. But right now, with what is going on, how do you know that's what he just don't want you to be with nobody? And how you know when you call upon him, he not listening no more because what he done you done asked and did and that and so now he just like no, I don't hear it. I don't hear it because what have you done that I've asked you to do the whole time you've been in this world? Chance after chance after chance after chance.
Mhm.
That's when your mama say come in at 12 and you keep coming in at 1:15. You don't think that you supposed to get cussed out, get a whooping, get on punishment, get put out, get whatever it is. It's called consequences, and you have to hold yourself accountable for the.
But see, that's the part that a lot of people don't like is the accountability part because with
Mm.
everything, accountability doesn't feel good because you have to self-reflect and look at yourself. And if you ask the most honest and average person, they would say self-reflection don't feel good because you literally have to look at all the ugly and dirty parts of yourself. But at the same time, I think about it, well, the Most High sees it. So if he's bringing it to your attention, you should be grateful instead of getting offended. Be grateful because he's giving you a chance to repent and to change from those ways. But instead of us taking it like that, most of the time we get an attitude and say, well, I'm going to do what I want to do. And instead of saying, let me look at myself, it's easy to point out what the other one is doing. And that's what it seems like the problem, especially in a lot of relationships nowadays, is nobody sees themselves. Like it's the war right now between black men and black women. And it's like pinning each other to hate each other. The men always
Mm-hmm.
point out what the women is always pointing out what the men is doing. But instead of stopping and saying, let me look at myself, because this problem didn't just happen out of nowhere. This is a us problem. It's both black men and black women. We are literally destroying each other. And instead of saying, let me stop and look at self, it's, well, she's doing this and he's doing that. And it's like the craziness that I see like on a regular now. It's just like, I actually feel sorry for both parties because it's kind of hard to really find somebody nowadays that got their head on straight and even serving the most high want to.
You want to join in on this? That's my daughter. She young. She that's the one I be talking to. She the one. That one right there. And my sons. I got two sons, but this one here, you see her. She just went on. But and it's good for her to say something because she probably has a lot of insight for the young people on, because she do, I don't know if she been studying lately, but she knows what's going on, and it behooves me because I've been knew that the demonic spirits is after her,
Mm-hmm.
but I said they can't have her.
Mm-hmm.
So she's this right here. This
That's most
is
females
what
mouths.
women need to learn how to do. You gotta learn how to shut up. It's nothing wrong with shutting up. It don't mean that you a wuss or nothing like that. It just means that all things does not need a response. And you gotta know what to give your energy to.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody don't deserve your energy. Everything don't deserve your energy. It's just shut up. And I've been seeing a lot of posts where men are saying, asking a question, and the female just doing this and ain't never even asked the question. All she doing is this. Shut the up. Like, for real. Be quiet. And I'm a female. And the guy that I used to date was the first person to say that to me. I asked him something. He was going out the door, and I said something, and he didn't answer me. Excuse me, y'all. And the first thing came out his mouth while he was getting in the car was, "All things don't need a response." And I just looked at him. Nobody asked you all that. Just, but that taught me to shut up. And I've been with that man for a while. We never had an argument. We've never argued. Now, when he do something, I say what I say, and he can admit that he's wrong. But arguing about it, that's why we have so much energy when we play, laugh, talk, we have conversation. We never gave the energy to argue. Never. It's a lot of women out here that will not be quiet. I'll be looking at them like, hey, shut up. Just be quiet. You might not have a black eye if you be quiet. I don't condone in men putting their hands on women. I do not. But I see sometimes why they are sitting out here saying he hit me in my eye because I would keep this thing down here and shut it up. You know? Like I was talking way before,
It can't
or
remember the scripture
your
where it says,
lip,
"Don't provoke somebody to anger."
exactly. Or your lip busted, you're missing a tooth. Like, what? Girl, because I would be. Because a man thinks logic. A man does not think the way we think. A man is built totally different from a woman. A man thinks logic. A man is not emotional. Now, where these
Well,
emotional creatures come
that's
from
what to say. That's what I was about to say. That's the thing. That's how they're supposed to be. But nowadays,
now?
it's so
Girl,
many men that are emotional. But the
where they come
reality is, and
from?
this is where I'm going to probably make a lot of women mad. But a reason why a lot of men are emotional is because they were raised by women, and a woman cannot raise a man. And at the end of the day, it's about picking the right person. And I remember I had this conversation with my brother before, and I was telling my brother how he told me a lot of women go hate you for this. But I said the reason why a lot of men that we see today that act the way that they act is because they didn't have their dads in the home. And they didn't have their dads in the
Exactly.
home because their mothers couldn't control their emotions. So, and I'm not gonna just put it off on the mother because the dad has responsibility too. Because as a man, you're supposed to step in and tell her, "Shut up, this is my child, and I'm gonna take my son." But a lot of dads they don't because it's easier to just walk away than to deal with the headache. But a lot of the guys now, they were raised by single mothers. And as a single mother, you don't know what it's like to be a man. You know what it's like to be a woman. So all you can do is teach your sons off of emotions. And it's not intentional, but you teach them off of emotions. And the problem is with that is a lot of guys now are walking around as in a man's body with the emotions of a woman. That's chaos. That's literally chaos. I have never seen so many guys now that literally are so emotional and upset. Like, and the thing about it is not even just with that, because it's on the role reverse. Because like I always tell people, like with me, with growing up, I was raised by a single mother, but I was also raised with the heavy influence of men around. I was raised around a lot of
Mhm.
strong women and a lot of strong men, but I also
Mhm.
tended to lean towards the men in my family. And so what that
Mhm.
did was cause the unbalance of teaching me how to be very masculine instead of staying
Mhm.
in what the Most High originally designed for me to be is feminine.
Mhm.
And so that's the problem a lot of times, depending on your environment, your household, you piggyback off of those actions when actuality it's out of order. And people don't like to have those conversations, but it's really out of order. So you have men, like I literally seen dudes like literally cry over the littlest things. And I'm like, are you serious? But that's all they know. Oh, he's so cute.
And you know, I'm a product of a masculine female, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. And I was a tomboy growing up,
Mm-hmm.
so it took me a minute to get into my woman. Now, okay, I was cute, you know, I dressed, but I didn't get into dresses and showing my legs and stuff like that till like my second child. Um,
Mm.
like I said, I grew up. My family members were married. Like my grandfather's oldest sister had 13 kids. One died at birth by one man.
Mm.
And back then they was like 14, 15 having kids. Whereas today we don't
Wow.
feel like that that's appropriate for a child, a teenager to be having kids. But back then, that's what they were doing. Even to just get out the house, they was marrying right out the house into their man, just to get away from home because it was things that was going on at home. Like me, my grandfather did not play. The stuff that's going on now,
Mm.
my grandfather would have been bust my kids up and sent them on their little way because he didn't play with me. He made me masculine. He outlifted weights. He taught me how to box. You know, he had a son, which was
Mm-hmm.
my uncle and my mama. My mama the oldest, my uncle is this, you know, the second. But it he even made my little brother, he always cried. My little brother, he toughened him up. He toughened up my little cousin. Like that's why they tough right now. It's the problem is everybody now wanna just be in their feelings too much. Get out your feelings. Get that's the problem. I feel you feel what? What you feel? Look at me. Cause you feel it too. I get it.
He feel it too.
But
He feel it too.
about your feelings, especially these men, that's right, grandson. They be in their feelings too much about this much. It don't even be. It could be because the paper fell on the floor and I synced it and didn't pick it up. They want to holler about it. You want to cry about it. You want to cry because I didn't do what you. Come on, it's just too much feeling going on around here for the men. To be honest, like pick them up and find your man. Like I just can't. This is another reason why I really don't want to date nobody because I don't know if you got a fetish to wear my undies when I'm gone, or you on the sneaky low. Like I don't know. Just like with women, you don't know because women are trips. Women setting people up just as bad as men setting people up. Like it's just too much. You don't know what bag people is coming out of. That's why I'm proud of my son and my daughter because they're sticking with their relationship. And it's just yeah, it's hard. And they young trying to stick it out. It's people my age and older don't even single. The man doing too much. He feel like cause he 50, he gotta act like he 20. Like it's too much. It's too much. I'll be baffled. Like wow, they don't want to work. Nobody. It's just I don't know. And my daughter got us one child. My son got one. They don't need no more. They don't need to bring no more kids into this crazy world.
I want one.
Vessel, you stuck. I'm the only one on here.
Yeah,
There
I'm
she
back.
go. There
I'm
she
back
go.
now.
But I just don't feel like
Because
more kids should
it's
be
a
born.
windstorm.
It's just y'all tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. You got something you want to say?
Say to who?
Cause this is live and it's gonna go on YouTube.
It's on YouTube already.
So you could say something if you have something that you need to say. You could be reaching out to the younger audience.
Say about what?
Anything. We're talking about anything. We just got done talking about submissive. We got done talking about people being in their feelings, how it's not supposed to be
We're
unequal.
talking about relationships.
Our men,
Yeah,
our women, our children running wild, all of that.
Everybody see you.
Eat the chip and put it down. But yeah, so this is just all topics. It's the agenda. We gonna hit on everything.
So right now we talking about relationships. About is it hard finding somebody and dating in this world now?
No. It's just people be weird. So it's like people be having a lot going on too. And then people be having a lot going on, like they don't be having themselves figured out all the way. So it's like they'll hop in relationships and it's like they still got baggage from like, other relationships or just stuff in general that they haven't like figured out for themselves, like about themselves. Like, you gotta know yourself before you think you know somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's not hard. I mean, like, I got a son, so like whatever happens with like me and his dad is like I just feel like we should try to like fix it because it's like I mean I gotta be around you for the rest of my life anyway and his. We got a kid together, so we might as well try to like thug it out, But not too crazy because we ain't just settling because that's his daddy, because if you get to do some crazy stuff, then you can just go. Yeah. But if the problem's not that bad, then you can work it out. Stick together for your family. So I got a son. And I would prefer for my son to be raised with a dad and a mom in the same household.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't have that. But
now explain how it was for you because your dad wasn't around.
I was great.
But it was some things that you was straight because of me, but without your dad being around for certain things.
I was straight because I had brothers. I got brothers.
That too.
And like, I have uncles. I had male figures. So it's not like I was really, and then it's not like he wasn't around. He just wasn't always around. We ended up moving, and then he went to jail. But when he came home from jail, like I stayed with him a whole summer, and I was like 13.
How was it?
It was like fun, but it was like also like I was mad because he was so boring. Like he didn't know what to do with me. Like he just didn't know.
No.
So I was just like, I'm not coming here no more. I'm 13, being sassy. I'm like, I'm not coming here no more. You're boring. You don't do nothing. You just stay in your room, stay in the house. I want to do stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Or like, I would like ask him to like do stuff and then he'll say, yeah. And then like, we'll go do something else and we doing that all day. And I don't want to do that. You could have left
Yeah.
me. Take me to my grandma's house somewhere.
Do, do
Hold
you
on.
think that affected? Okay.
One sec.
Her phone is ringing. But see, that was good because
Okay, now what you say?
no, she was finna ask you
I was
something.
gonna, so I was gonna ask you, do you think with him not being around affects how you look at men in relationships?
Because I ain't no dummy.
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of my friends, they dumb. Me personally, I don't take no bull from nobody.
Mm-hmm.
From nobody.
But that's her masculine side. She
Nobody.
got that from me, and I wish she
No
would.
boy, no man, no. They not about to play with me. Who?
Mm-hmm.
Not me. Nah, I can't even. I can't even. I can't even think about getting played with like that. But I just don't even put myself in predicaments. I don't put myself. Let me see.
His hand.
What happened?
He smashed it trying to go in and out the drawer.
Oh,
But because I didn't have my dad. My dad was around, but for me, you needed to be there.
Mm-hmm.
It's, if you were there to teach me the mistakes that I made with certain men, I wouldn't have made them.
but
Mm-hmm.
I feel.
and I didn't really date. Like, so I didn't really like. I wasn't really like boy crazy. Like, I wasn't like the sneaking and like I wasn't like that because my mama she let me like she just let me do stuff, so I didn't need to like sneak or and I just wasn't like boy crazy. Like, I mean, I had like a boyfriend, but like he was really my friend for real. That was my friend. He was not like we was friends. We were kids, so it's like I don't really consider that like boyfriend because we just played with each other. So, but yeah, I don't. Really
What do you feel about the word submissive?
I could be submissive if you're doing what you're supposed to do as a man. For me to submit, you can't just be submissive. Like,
So it's hard for you to submit to DJ?
you know, it's not.
Okay. Is he doing
Don't
what?
put her on the spot like that.
No, I'm just asking because there's people out here that you can,
Mm-hmm.
relate
It just
to.
depends on the
Well,
situation.
we can relate to her.
It depends on the situation. Like we still young, and he don't even be even knowing what he even be talking about for real. Like he's still learning of being a man because he's only 23. So, you know,
But learning to be a man also comes into the play of he needs to turn to Yah
yeah.
so that
We
things
pray.
can go.
Did you pray today? We prayed.
That's
We prayed.
good.
I got the King James version on my phone, and I got the Book of Enoch too.
See, she done read the book of Enoch. She done took notes,
Yeah,
all type of stuff.
King James version.
That's good.
It tells me every day to pray. It'd be
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh, it sings, and that means it's time to pray. Yeah, we got a
But see,
morning
that's
prayer,
good.
an evening prayer, and then a night prayer.
So she know what to do. But here goes somebody who needs to also do the same thing.
Correct your
But
phone.
see, that's
Yeah, when I told
Huh?
you I did. My
but that's
son.
good that you actually, especially being young, don't mind praying and having a relationship where y'all pray together because
Yeah.
nowadays people are not doing that, especially
This is
couples.
another one that I be saying need to go ahead and do what he needs to do. My twin.
You letting everybody see it.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Because it's important. It's important that this platform see young
Real
adults,
life.
real life.
Mm-hmm.
Like nothing is easy. It ain't even hard. It's only that way because you said it. Because your tongue is a weapon,
Yeah, like
and life is what you make
when
it.
people say like kids be hard, kids ain't even that bad.
Like
I ain't even gonna lie.
They not.
Like my son be chilling. Like
Mm.
I don't know. I ain't saying just be out here.
I'm live, son.
I ain't saying be out here just having kids, but I'm just saying like it's just not that like well probably because of the help that I got. Like if you got a village, it's a little easier.
What?
But it probably is a little harder for people who just doing it by themselves. But
Yeah.
that's probably what it is. That's probably what it is. If you got a village and a nice group of people helping you out, then it'd be a lot easier for you.
And then that's true because some people they don't have nobody to help them out and they just have to do it on their own and figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. So do you find it hard trying to live right and have a relationship with the Most High while also living in a culture where everything is like sexy red style right now?
And she be quoting it. She be quoting it. She just other day she over there. That's the movie. Like what? That is not the ideal woman though.
Okay, she's not everybody's cup of tea.
But I'm just saying.
She's not just like you. You're not everybody's cup of tea.
I don't care.
Right, and she don't either. It's about self-confidence, and she's very confident in herself.
But it's not even that. It's like stop being naked. That's all. Like it's a way that you can come to people.
The thing is before she was famous, she was a hood rat. They just she just also got famous with it. Now it's like cameras in her face 25/8.
But do you ever stop to think that this is what they're pushing?
That's a plant. She's a plant. She's put it in the system for a reason.
What was Trina doing back then in the day? And Lil' Kim, they was doing the same.
They was plant too.
They were put there for a reason. They wanted our whip. Now see, Foxy Brown, I'm gonna say she had just about that much class, a little bit, but she was still put in the form of.
None of them had class.
Well, like she wasn't saying. She used little words, but still, she was put there to influence our younger generation. I definitely was a fan of Foxy Brown. Mine was Salt and Pepper.
See.
And Spinderella and Boss. May she rest in peace, Boss. And I once they start getting naked, and that didn't never faze me none.
Like I don't gotta see what Sexy Red wearing to listen to her music. Like
Lil' Kim wasn't even like, come on, she when she first came out, she was this little cute little girl with curly short hair. No, she was a normal girl. She wasn't naked. They
I'm not the type of person though.
To her. That's their agenda.
I don't like to listen to like rap music. Like you don't either. We don't like to listen to rap music like early in the morning. Like it gotta be like 2-3 p.m. maybe 4. But I hate listening to rap before like noon, anything. It just be feeling like it's too much. Well, I don't really listen to music anyway. But when I do listen to music, I listen to Sexy Red. Yes, I do. And Glorilla and Lotto. That's my age, I mean, I listen to old school music too, but you gotta be like my friend to know that. Like, that's why I don't listen to music, because I listen to old music and it's like nobody wants to pass me.
Yeah, she listens to my era
because I'm
our era,
like 80s, 90s music. Everybody don't hear that. Sometimes they want to hear Sexy Red. So, but I don't listen to music like that because I don't know. I just don't be like, I don't be knowing the newest songs. I only know them because they play on the radio or because my friends play them. Like, I don't.
Yeah, and I don't listen
she's
to
a
the radio at all.
She's a plant, though, just like the rest of them. To keep the women is in Isaiah 3.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the women, which is why we have Isaiah 3
what you
and
say?
Isaiah 4.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get it.
I gotta start.
Okay, go ahead. Put a cover on your phone before you be crying because it's cracked up. You said Isaiah 3.
Isaiah 3, yeah.
Isaiah. Let me get in there. Because Bishop was on there doing. He just went there. So Isaiah chapter 3. For behold, the Lord of hosts, doeth take away from
Go
Jerusalem
down.
and Judah, and from Judah to stay and the staff, the whole stay of bread, and the whole stay of water. Hmm. There's some other stuff in here. I like that. The mighty
Now go.
man.
Now go.
Where you want me to go?
I was gonna say. I was gonna say go down to Isaiah 3. Go down to start reading from 11 on down.
Okay. Wait, can I start at 9?
Yeah.
Read 9. I can start at 9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Isaiah 3, verse 9. The shoe of their countenance doeth witness against them, and they declare their sin of Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their souls, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. Say ye to the righteous that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings. Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. Do I keep going? Verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right? And
Yeah. To err.
destroy the way of thy paths. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord standeth up to plead and standeth to judge the people. The Lord will enter into judgment with the ancients of his people and the princes thereof. For ye have eaten up the vineyard, the spoil of the poor is in their houses. That was DJ, you
Mm-hmm.
guys. He's gonna say something too. 15. What mean ye that ye beat my people to pieces and grind the faces of the poor, saith Yah of hosts. Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, boss,
Mm-hmm.
boss, boss, diva, diva, diva. No, that's not correct. Are haughty and walk with a stretched neck and wanton eyes. You can't do that. You cannot do that. Walking and mincing as they go and making a twinkle with their toes. This is what they're saying. You know, you can't. I'm a boss. I'm this. I, I'm a diva. Y'all don't even know what that word means. And if I could find my notes, I'm gonna tell you that's a Greek word, and it's not good. All these words that we're saying that they made up for us to say, that's spiritual words that they knew that they could hold on to us with. Um, Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of their heads, the crown of their head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. In that day, the Lord will make away the bravery of their twinkling ornaments above their feet, and their calls, and their round tired like moons. I believe he's talking about breasts,
See, mine
bellies,
says turbans.
hair being bald. He's just saying it in a
Mm-hmm.
different way. Women can't get rid of their stomachs. We are out of shape. We're going bald because we're too haughty. My auntie will tell you in a minute. This is why she's bald up here, because she thought she was all that. And her hair is this long. but she has nothing
But
in the
it's
top.
more judgment. But it's more judgments. Go ahead, keep reading though, because
Where did I
we gotta
stop
go
at?
there
Oh, their
at
secret
19.
parts. Verse 18. In that day, the Lord will take away. Oh, I read that part. Okay,
Yeah,
verse
number 19.
19. The chains and the bracelets and the
Mm-hmm.
mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands and the tablets and their earrings, the
Mm-hmm.
rings, the nose jewels, the
Mm-hmm.
changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles, and the wimples, and the crisping pins.
See, mine
So
say
what is
bags.
that? What is
Now let
that?
me read my. Now let me read mines because I'm reading out the Sefer. So for
Okay,
mines, when you go, I'm gonna read 19 to where you was at 22. It says the
okay.
chains and the bracelets and the long veils, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands and the tablets and their earrings, the rings and nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, and the cloaks and the veils and the bags, the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink, and instead of
Hmm.
a belt, a rent, and instead of well set hair baldness, and instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. Your men shall fall by the sword, and your mighty in the war. And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. And that's why I was saying that's why the things is when you look at even like when we were talking about with the rappers, that's why our women is like this now because we
Hmm.
let those plants and we want to follow after them instead of
Exactly.
following after Yah, and it led us astray. And the thing
Because
is, that's something that it for all of us. It's not even just about the balding. We're out of order even when it talks about wearing the earrings. We're out of order when it talks about wearing the chains, the rings, the nose jewels. So technically, we all are out of order. And so that's why it's like one thing again, going back to that accountability we were talking about earlier. Before we can talk about everybody else, we always have to come back to self. So we always ask
mhm,
ourselves, are we in order? According to the scripture, are we in order?
this is why I don't go further. You see this? I don't go no further. I have two.
Mm.
I don't go no further because I love jewelry. But I don't go no further because I know. I used to wear the big earrings. I stopped. I'm finna be wearing studs in a minute because this right here, that's why they got smaller. I got two rings. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I don't, and I would have. I used to love the ring on every finger, long chain, all that. But that was before I knew. But now that I know, I don't even got no jewelry in my hair because that's what that's talking about. But I got these, and they're wooden because I don't want the jewelry. These are wooden. I got two. I got one over here, and I got two over here. That's it. And I said I wear the wooden. That's it. I'm not wearing no the gold, the nothing. And my sister bought me. She bought me a bunch of them. These right here, I will not wear because that's considered jewelry. If you can see it, all of this right here is considered jewelry. All of that. Now, I will wear these. Where they at? These right here. These are wooden. And then it depends on the cut because everything else in here is jewelry. I'm not doing it. We are out of line. And I used to love putting them little things in my hair because I had them in my hair before the braids. But when I found out, I stopped. You have to
But
make a change somewhere.
But see, the thing is even like with jewelry, everything we have on is still considered jewelry. So it's still considered out of order. That's why I just said, like, even for me, I'm not going to say that I'm not doing, yes, I am. I do wear the jewelry. I do the things that they say you're not supposed to have on and stuff. And that's something, again, that's why I have to be honest and be open because we're in a season of exposure. So
Mm-hmm.
everything that you think that you had and you're trying to keep under wraps and sweep under the
Mm-hmm.
rug, everybody is getting exposed and the truth shall prevail. So it's like again, a part of correction is hearing those harsh words. Like hearing that and reading that, it makes me self-reflect and like, okay, Father, now I need you to work on these things with me. Because obviously I'm trying to do it my way and it's going against your way. And that's what
Mm-hmm.
we have to do with everything. We have to always self-reflect because that right now, that's a part that's actually repentance. Repentance is actually changing. But see,
Mhm.
a lot of people don't want to. We like to say the word repentance without
Mhm.
actually putting it into action. But
Mhm.
even just reading that, even if you go to chapter 4, again, we always talk about, and that's the thing, women, we don't hold each other accountable. It's funny. I used to have that conversation with actually with Rain all the time
Mhm.
about women holding accountability. And he used to always tell me that women don't hold each other accountable. And I used to be like, no, I think they do, but I'm seeing more and more we don't hold each other
We
accountable.
don't.
We
We too busy downing each other.
No, accountability means stop letting each other go along in your wrongdoing. So if
That,
you're doing something wrong, telling you that you're wrong, instead of saying, you know what, no, girl, you did that on you right, and it's not right, it's wrong,
that's
and
what I
that's the
tell my daughter
problem. We
with
and
her
that's why we're
friends.
haughty. We're too haughty. We
Mhm.
put ourselves up on a pedestal instead of
Mhm.
stopping and saying, and that's the problem as Black women as a whole we have. We feel like, well, I don't want to be judgmental and I want to do this and that. And then we're scared to call each other out because then we're scared that you're going to bring out my secret sin.
Or
Well,
you
if you
gonna
stop
lose a
living
friend.
in
Mhm.
that too.
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
that's the thing too. And it's like if a person really genuinely care about you, they're going to correct you, no matter how much it hurts.
Exactly. And she used to get upset with me because I would tell her, Rain, I get it that these your friends, but they doing stuff that's not acceptable. And you being around them, when God decides to come for them, he gonna come for you because it's like saying it's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even though you tell them, that's not, you gotta remove yourself from them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about, oh, that's my friend. Oh, you love. No, it's not about that. Because obviously, if he took, and I say this all the time, if he told Abraham to get on because his people was wicked, what you think he care about some friend? He don't care because them was his peoples. And he said, you gonna come over here and you gonna be the covenant of the first Hebrew. They over here doing stuff that you ain't don't need to be a part of. So we gonna remove you from over here. Just like he told that little 10-year-old boy, like basically he didn't care if he was 10. You know right from wrong. Everybody
Yeah, we
do.
do know right from wrong.
That's why I separate
We
myself from
should.
certain people.
We should know right from wrong. That's the
And
thing. We should
my
know.
peace will remain my peace. If I don't want nobody in my house or around me with that bull, that's just it. You think I care? I don't care. I really don't. Mm-mm. I don't. And they say when you come into this walk, or when you getting your life together with y'all and you getting your relationship right with y'all, you're gonna lose a lot of people. Oh well. Oh well. It is what it is.
Sure. Let it cheer.
If you don't love yourself enough to get your relationship right with y'all, I don't know what to tell you. I don't. Because the way it's going out here, you definitely
With
want
the
to get on your
signals.
knees and get yourself together. Because he not playing. He is not playing. This is not a joke.
See, that's the thing. People are living like it's a joke and like time is of the essence, and it's not. Because the thing about it, I always tell people, we always think that we have tomorrow, but tomorrow is not promised to none of us.
It's not.
And that's where that we always talk about somebody's a narcissist, but we are the biggest narcissists because
We
we think that he has to. We think he has to let us live 5 minutes from now. He doesn't have to do
we don't
nothing,
have to do
and that's the thing we take
nothing.
for granted.
We not
And
look.
take
We're
people
not
take it for
doing him
granted.
no favors.
Mm-mm.
He doing us a favor because he can end this right now. And what will everybody be doing? Trying to
We'll be
did I get myself?
dead.
I ain't
That's
even
it.
had my relationship. Oh, cause baby, if he in it right now, do you know if you going to heaven or hell, or do you know if you going in the right place? I ain't gonna say it, Because it's levels to heaven and it's levels to hell. So do you know which one? If you gonna be right there with Adam and Eve, because they on the level, they on the level, and they on the level. It's levels. So where you trying to be?
And that's the thing. That's a question that a lot of people don't ask themselves. If peace ended it all right now, where are you going, and where do you think you're going? If you ask majority people will say they're going to quote unquote heaven. And I always find that interesting because I always ask based on what? Because if we be honest and based on our everyday lives and how we are, and that's the thing, people always say I have a good heart. Nobody has a good heart because the heart is desperately wicked. And we got to stop saying these
Exact.
cliches and don't understand what it really means because only Yah knows the heart and He judges the heart.
And you
So
gotta stop
I
saying
can't
that.
say, and see, that's the thing I tell people, I can't say where I'm going. All I can tell you where I pray and where I hope I'm going. But at the end of the day, I don't know.
I
And
got
because the
faith
thing
that
about
I'm
it is
going with y'all. We
we don't
don't know.
even know, we don't even know. That's the thing. We think because it could be
You're
something that I did 10 years ago that
mm-hmm.
could have been something that was unforgivable to the Most High. And that could be
You're
something
right.
that takes me out. So it's like with that, I'm always in a
Mm-hmm.
state of being humble because I will never say, well, I know I'm going here. No. To me, that's being prideful because you don't know. And you still don't know what you're going to do from day to day to day.
Because
And
the
that's why I
righteous
always tell,
barely making it in.
we see, I always tell y'all, thank you, Father, for keeping me. And I always pray and ask Him, keep me from a hardened heart and a reprobated mind because He could
Exactly.
easily turn us over to that and we have no idea. So we got to stop with this self righteousness attitude and think that we know everything as we know nothing. We're really
We know
complete ignorant.
nothing. We know nothing. That's why I be telling people when they be saying, y'all don't care about none of that. That's good that we know it, but that they don't care. Okay, we know who we are, but what are we gonna do about it? Because we don't know fully who we are.
Mm-hmm.
He don't care about cause you oh he don't at this point he don't care about the fringes, the heat, none of it. None of it. He cares about your relationship with him. And he knows who's gonna do it and who's genuine and who ain't. He know who gonna repent and he know who ain't.
Mm-hmm. And who's not just saying it versus actually doing it. Because see, that's the
Exactly.
key. Because a lot of
Exactly.
people say they repent with their mouth and their actions is their actions showing something totally different. It's showing something totally different. And that's again that goes back to self-reflection and accountability. And that's
Mm-hmm.
something that again we always so focused on the wrong thing instead of keeping our mind focused on Yah.
Mm-hmm. Like when I take a break from being on YouTube watching Bishop. Cause when he say get 3 notebooks, girl, look, when he say get 3 notebooks, and he not playing, okay? And have 3 pens and get the weapon, the biggest weapon of all. This how I be, and my head be hurting. So I have to take a break because he be having some stuff, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It just I be like, oh my goodness, it's a lot, but it's worth it. It's worth to get a headache. You know, it's worth. It's definitely worth it. Because there's a lot of things we don't know why we saying what we saying, where the language come from, all of this stuff. It's a lot, but it's worth it.
It's
I,
funny that you said that because I really was having this conversation with someone who is my mentor. They're like, that's my heart. They like amazing, amazing woman. I see she was in the comments earlier, mega old school. Now we was talking about this the other day about how about knowledge. And sometimes we have to be careful with overwhelming ourselves with knowledge
mm-hmm.
because we need to seek wisdom in everything that we do. We
Mm-hmm.
always putting all this knowledge in our brain, but is that knowledge drawing you near to the Most High? Is it making your relationship with Him stronger and closer? Because
Mm-hmm.
you can know a lot of stuff,
Don't come
but
for
that
me.
means
No.
absolutely nothing if you're not getting close to the Most High. So that's why in everything we have to have wisdom and we have to have His discernment.
Exactly. And I say a lot, don't lean into your own understanding.
Well, that's Proverbs. That's Proverbs 3,
Um,
5, and 6.
because this is what a lot of people do when they read the Bible. They want to get their own understanding and what things meant. That ain't what it meant. It meant exactly what y'all said it meant
Well,
in
see, a lot of people
parables
don't know
and
what.
in metaphors.
Well, see, that's the thing. A lot of people don't know what Yah said meant because, again, if you don't have wisdom, you can't understand it. Because a lot of people read the Bible and they can regurgitate the Bible, but that means nothing if you don't have His Holy Spirit to give you true understanding of what it means.
Like I was stuck on Ezekiel, still is for a long time because them dry bones and they get in that 1 hour of silence and the cherubims and baby, I just ooh, it, it's a lot in there. I left Ezekiel alone because I'm not finna get my own understanding, but I do understand them dry bones and them cherubims and little stuff. But
So it made you leave it alone.
because I don't have. I need the discernment. I need to be led by Yah to get it to get what I don't get. But I had Watchmen say some stuff, and I'm like, oh, okay. And it still wasn't enough, but it was enough to understand the parable, the metaphor.
Hmm.
Because I say still, if you don't understand what a parable or a metaphor is, you ain't gonna get. You not, and your discernment and the whole. You're not gonna. It's not gonna come to you because everything in here didn't come to me until I have two people that's teaching it. But when one person said, I'll be like, "Are you serious right now?" Then when they say it, I'll be like, "Wow, wow," and I just back away because sometimes I be in it for 2, 3 days. I ain't been in it in a minute like that, but I'll be in it and I just be like, "This is really going on." Like when I first found out about how they all just the disciples was walking with Yah. Like, are you crazy? Are y'all crazy? This man performed miracles. He done walked on the water. He done showed you this. He done showed you that. He done taught you this. He taught you that. And you still, cause just like I was listening when he said he was fasting and they was preparing. They didn't fast. He did enough for them so they didn't have to. I
Who?
somehow how Watchmen explained it to me to it Saturday, but I just was like, wow. And I take that and I just hold to it. I may not can explain it how it was explained to me, but I know. And it's just a
So
lot.
so what do you do to seek the Most High to get His understanding?
I just ask. But I gotta be still.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I need my peace in my house. Because with me being at peace and being able, I can sit down, no distractions, no nothing. I don't need no distractions at all, nowhere. And I know that darn devil be working, the Lucifers and the Farians and the demons and devils, they be working. But I still say flee. I ask. I talk to y'all every day like he's sitting. I say what I say to y'all, and I want his understanding. I don't want the understanding of nobody else unless he sent them to me. But then I still have to discern if he sent them to me. Because sometimes I hear and see stuff and it just coincidence. It just like when I asked him what is his name, because I don't want to make the wrong mistake.
Mm-hmm.
That came across to me that so Nini Nanini, like that all just fell into place. So I just started doing my research on the Bantu and the language and certain things, and I'm just like, when it fell into place, I'm like, okay. And then I had another video where it just, and it keep popping up, where the guys show us like the Y, the A, the H. You know what I'm saying? Like and then how we breathe and certain things. So it's, if I be still, I know it's gonna come to me the way it's supposed to come to me. So I ask. That's all I can do. But I have to pay attention to the sounds and be still. That's the main thing for me. I don't know how it works for other people, but I ask.
Mm-hmm. See
So
how I do is I spend a lot of time um, with the Most High in silence. Silence is key, and alone time. Um, Silence, alone time, fasting, fasting and praying. People really don't really show the importance of fasting. And granted, there's different type of fasting, um, and you have to be led by His Holy Spirit to know when to fast, how to fast, because a lot of people do it based on churches or based on assemblies. For me, I like to do. I've done it that way, but I also like to do it according to how the Most High leads me to do it.
mhm,
And I can say people don't take for granted. I mean, people take for granted truly spending time, alone time with the Most High, and I was one of them because this is the thing. It's funny because everybody always say, especially when you're single, everybody always say, "I want somebody. I want to be married. I want to have somebody, and I can praise the Most High with. I can go through this with the Most High. I can do that with the Most High." But I was one of them people where I didn't realize I didn't appreciate being single. Not saying I don't appreciate being married, but I didn't appreciate being single because in that singleness, that was all my time was dedicated to Yah. And all that time was for Yah. And once you get married, it's you're literally trying to make sure you still keep that balance. And people don't understand that it is you're trying to keep a balance because it's so many distractions. And I praise Yah though that I have a husband that loves the Most High and serves the Most High, and we can do it together. But I still miss those times where I literally had just me time with me and the Most High
mhm,
because I didn't appreciate what that felt like. Versus now, I have to have time and find time. And I praise God that He's giving me grace to have those set apart times where I can spend time with just me and Him. And I
mhm,
appreciate that now, like, whoa, Father, it's just being you. Like, I'm enjoying this being you time because I was ungrateful when I was single. And that's why I always now I can say, and I know a lot of people say, well, that's easy for you to say because you're married. And I used to think the same way. But really, you may think you're lonely, but
you
you're
not.
never lonely with Yah. You're never lonely with Yah. And I tell people now, encourage them to spend that time with him. Because if you spend that time with him and learn his voice, truly learn his voice and to hear him. Like you said, my sheep know my voice, and they won't follow. You really, really have to learn his voice because it's easy to mistake his voice and end up following somebody else and down the dark path.
Mm-hmm.
So that is so important, especially now, to spend that time with him, the alone time with him. Enjoy that alone time with him.
Piggybacking off of what you said, I'm single.
Mm-hmm.
You know how I talk about Big Baby a lot
Mm-hmm.
and how I won't pursue nothing. Whether we talk or not, I will not pursue anything. I'm not. Now, I
Mm-hmm.
might text, but I'm not going over. I'm not none of that. I'm not doing it. I said about me, maybe he just want me to be with him and no
Mm-hmm.
more relationships because I done had relationships and they none of them was. So he like, you can be by yourself. I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate being alone. I like being quiet. My house is quiet. I love it. My car, when I get in the car, I don't turn on the radio. I like,
Mm-hmm.
now, do I want to be a wife? Yeah. But if he want me to be one, I will be. I appreciate my peace. I do. And I be telling my kids, like, y'all, I don't want y'all living with me. I don't. Because y'all, they're a distraction. My grandkids, I
Mm-hmm.
love them, but they are a distraction. I need to be focused. And I am at a point where, yeah, if I do, hey, when I say I want my peace, I will leave the United States. I don't have a problem with it. I'm not playing. I will get out of here. It don't make me none at all because I enjoy a clean home because cleanliness is godliness. So I enjoy that. I do. I love it. I can lay in my bed and just, I can sit in my living room and just, I walk through this house and be talking to y'all like, now you know, I just, like, I be talking to him, but I also know that people that I'm around, they bring in the spirits of the people that they're around. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it because I don't know how your spirit is, and we might meet up and we at each other's heads. It ain't necessarily gonna be me and you. It's the spirits. They don't get along. If mine's is this way and yours is that way, and we always at each other, I don't want that. I don't want nobody touching me. I don't want everybody praying over me or for me. I don't like nobody in my space because that's my space. I don't know what you just like you don't know what my spirit is. I feel the same. I don't pick people up in my car. I don't none of that. People may think I'm being mean, but I don't care. I'll just be mean to you. I don't that's what you feel, that's what you feel. But that spirits rubbing off is very important. I don't like it. I don't know who you was just around that they spirit is the way it is, and now you done brought it on me and you done brought it in my house. No, no, mm-mm. So I get it. When you alone, he got you alone for a reason. You're not lonely. You just need that alone time to be in a relationship and talking to Yah because he has something for you. He got something that you need to be doing. So I
And
agree. I
and
was
the kids
just like
also in their alone time, and the kids in their alone time too. Him finishing you and purging you, because that's something I had to learn, and I'm learning now. We have to be purged before we get married. We need to know what it's like to be a bride to the Messiah
that.
versus worried about being a bride to a
To
man.
thank you.
Because the
Yeah.
thing about it is we always we always think like, oh yeah, the key to being a good wife is cooking, cleaning, or people favorite scripture is Proverbs 31. But we really don't understand Proverbs 31. And it's not as easy as you think it is to obtain. You literally have to have a relationship with Yah and know who He is before you can actually be that. And every day, that's something that I'm learning. And even being married, I have learned that my marriage is a reflection of my relationship with the Most High. And that's something
Expect
that we don't really realize. You have to make sure that your relationship is right with Yah first before your marriage can be good.
because
And
the
that's something
beautiness
that
of
even me
a
and my husband
woman.
work on daily.
Exactly. There you go. Your smile on your face comes from what your man is doing. Your happiness comes from what your man is doing. And it don't got to be sex and all of that. It is just compromising, conversation, making sure you good, taking care of her. It's a whole lot that comes with that. Exactly. And if you can't do
Yeah.
what
And
y'all
it's
ask
like you
you,
have to
how you gonna
consider.
do what your husband got going on for you?
And that's the thing, because if your husband is following the order of the Most High, if you can't follow the order of your husband or the Most High, then what's the purpose? And see, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people just think again that marriage is just getting married. And like I hear so many females, I just want to say my man, my man, my man, and be able to do this and take pictures and go out to eat and travel and do this and do that. It's more to that, because it's good when the finances are good. But what is it like when you broke and you don't have nothing? When you struggling?
Exactly.
When you don't know where your next
Exactly.
meal will come from? See, people don't think about that stuff and they don't talk about that type of stuff. And that's why I've
Exactly.
learned too. It's always important to have wise counsel around you. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
problem in this world right now, especially in this walk. In this walk, there are not a lot of older women stepping in to teach the younger women how to be a woman of the Most High, how to be a woman of
Mm-hmm.
Yah.
Mm-hmm.
Instead,
Mm-hmm.
it's everything is a secret. Everything is a secret. Everything's a secret. And that's why I say I praise Yah for the women that He placed in my life to
Mm-hmm.
correct, because I tell people like y'all have no idea the what I've been through in these past couple months. But I praise Yah for it. I no longer look at it from a victim mentality, but I look at it as self-reflection. And I'm also grateful that the Most High put people in my life that tells me right from wrong and
Mm-hmm.
actually take the time out to give me wise counsel. Like I said again, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm so grateful for Mega Old School, because when I tell you, I know I probably drive her crazy, but she literally, if I'm wrong, she gonna tell me I'm wrong, and it hurts
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. But I respect, because
Mm-hmm.
that means that you really love me, because you want me to be a better person, and you need wise counsel like that even in marriage. A lot of times, a lot of women, when you're single, you don't hang around other married women. You hang around other single women, and sometimes
Mm-hmm.
that's a danger, the blind leading the blind. But then also, as a
Mm-hmm.
married woman, you need to be honest about what marriage really is. Everybody makes it seem like it's perfect, and it's not
What's the
perfect.
big secret? Because everybody that's in a marriage goes through something, and you sharing what
Yes,
you're going through can make some enlighten someone in their
it
marriage.
can.
Just like I tell people,
Mm-hmm.
it's not about the ring and the gown and the reception. It's about when you say I do and you come home and close that door.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't got nothing to do with no honeymoon. This has got something to do. What about the marriage? Not
Mm-hmm.
the
The real
wedding,
life.
the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Reality.
Yeah.
And
And the
we
thing
don't
is,
have that. We don't have,
mm-hmm.
oh, well, I didn't know that he liked the towels this way, or I didn't know that he liked the shoes at the door when I didn't know. That's because you were so busy in his pockets, or living above your means, or doing. You need to know how this man sleep. You need to know everything. What side he want to sleep on? What's his shoes? You need to know everything. What ticks him off so you won't do it. You gotta know. It's just, and then you can't be just running your mouth and talking to the man any type. You can't. You can't. I never seen it done in my family.
Mm-hmm.
My
See, now
mama
I
never
have
disrespected
in
my
my family.
stepfather.
In my family, I have seen the women do it. And that's something that I had to, and I'm still learning because when you see that all the time, you think it's right because that's all you see. And see, I've seen that
Mhm.
in my family, and it was
Mhm.
praised in my family. And it was
Mhm.
just called, oh, well, you know that they crazy. No, they're not crazy, disrespectful. And again, if you want respect, you have to give respect. And again, these are conversations that people don't like to have, and they like to sweep it under
Exactly.
the hood. And that's why you have generations of women that act a certain type of way and generation of men that act a certain type of way because nobody corrects that bad behavior. And that's something, that's why I said, like, even in my marriage, I look at it in a different light now because I'm like, wow, I always equate how would I approach the Most High with this? And I'm learning how to approach the Most High even in a different manner because if I can approach the Most High in a different manner, then I can approach my husband in a different manner because the Holy
Mhm.
Spirit's going to lead me and teach me the right way of how to handle certain situations and even how to do certain things because like I've always been a firecracker. I always moved to the beat of my own
Mhm. Mhm.
drum. But you can't do that in a marriage. It's no longer about you, it's about me. And that's something nobody prepare you for either.
And I
So
know
it's
I'm a
like
firecracker,
it's
but I know how to treat my man though. I know how to treat my man. You feel me? I'm not finna be disrespectful to my man. Nah, if you ain't my man, and I still know how to just, cause this right here, boy, I will lay it on you. It, but it's not in everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not
mm-hmm,
in everybody to know how to treat their man. But you can't do that to a boyfriend. You have to do that to
mm-hmm.
your husband or your fiance. I'm I'm not you not getting what you think you finna get from me being my boyfriend. What? I'm I'm a wife. And this is why I'm by myself. This is what
Mm-hmm.
y'all got for me until I sit down and be still. That's the main
Mm-hmm.
thing. You gotta be still and
Still,
just
you do.
be still.
Mm-hmm.
As Lord be a fence all around me every day. I ain't asking you, because I know we can. I know we will fight my battles if I just be still. Hey,
Yeah.
what?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all be a
You still.
fence all around
Yeah.
me every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely have to. It's
Um, it's that the most important thing on this platform is your relationship with Yah.
mm-hmm.
Because
Really
you
good.
cannot go wrong when you got your relationship right with Yah. Of course, stuff don't come at you because you got a
Mm-hmm.
relationship with Yah.
Mm-hmm.
Of
Yeah.
course, they don't want to see you praising Yah and dressing, you know, up to your neck. They want you to be naked and doing all type of stuff, out here. No, 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 no. Because trust me, when judgment
Yeah.
do
It's
come,
definitely
he's gonna ask. And he might not even ask because he gonna know what the type of answer. You better hope you get a chance to answer.
yeah. See, that's the part we don't think about having a chance to answer.
Exactly, because at this point, I don't think nobody gonna have a chance to answer. Because he pissed. The
Well, I
Mother
just say I
Nature is
thank y'all
pissed.
for his ways not being our ways and his thoughts not being our thoughts. Because if he was like us, we all would be doomed. So that's why I'm grateful that he is nothing like us.
He is nothing like
Because
us. We would be dead now. That's
mm-hmm,
why you gotta stop
yeah,
saying Y'all know my heart. He know it's deceitful. He know it's wicked. He know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was one of those people that will say that before I knew not to say that. So you can't, y'all know my heart off you because he know it's deceitful and it's wicked. Our hearts is, boy, just ask for it not to be hardened and be led astray.
Yeah.
What's that song? Lost and turned out. What?
Olivia.
What? Lost and turned out. What you do? What? Because you done let the demonic forces turn you out, baby.
Yeah.
And we are our own enemies.
Mm-hmm.
We are the worst people. We ourselves, us. You fighting against you.
Mm-hmm.
You your flesh. You eating up yourself because you don't want to be right.
Yeah.
It's you
Yeah.
against you all day, every day.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not a Christian. I will never be a Christian because he wasn't no Christian. I don't need to be rich because he wasn't rich. He slept outside. He slept in your house. He what?
Well, see, that's the thing. That's the thing with people's definition of rich. Because the thing about it is, we are rich. If you have the Holy Spirit, you are rich. More
Mm-hmm.
precious than rubies, that they can be
Mm-hmm.
compared. So he was rich. He just wasn't rich according to man's standards of what rich is. And
Exactly.
that's why we are poor spiritually, because we're always seeking after earthly riches instead of the heavenly riches.
Instead of the
So
heavenly riches. Exactly.
I'm rich. I'm rich.
And that's what
My
I'm
father owns
saying.
everything.
I wanted to be earthly rich. No, I
Mm-hmm.
don't. I don't want to be earthly rich. I want to be spiritually rich. That's it. And I honestly can smile and thank y'all. Like, y'all just don't even understand. I never could say I love y'all because I didn't know what, but now I can honestly say I do. Do I need to work on my relationship? Yes. And work on me? Yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah,
It's a
we all
lot.
do. We all got to work on. We all need to work on our relationship. We all got to work on our relationship.
Yep, yep, yep. Exactly.
Yeah, because he said, "Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling." That's what we have to learn how to do.
I can't save. Now I can sow a good seed and encourage you and share and motivate you, but I can't save you.
But we can't even save ourselves. So.
Like, girl, like he said, the righteous is barely making it in. So what?
Yeah, yeah. That's the part that makes me always be like, Father, I want to get it right. Please help me get it right. Because if the
This
righteous barely,
Alexria be having so much. Oh my goodness! When she talk about the
yeah,
wicked and the people and them keep doing what they doing and you joining in and your heart is hardened, and I gotta go back in and read the one you sent me with Celeste. She be on point.
mm-hmm,
Like it's just
yeah.
right now it's down to three: Bishop, Watchman, and Celeste. Cause I be like this. Wow. Cause Bishop now is on. Oh, just go, just the girl. Yeah, he got deep with the doping codes. I'm gonna send it to you and what they was
Okay.
trying to do to him when they put him up there on that so-called, instead of saying he was hung, that little thing that we ain't supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm. Mm.
See, with Bishop, I gotta have time to sit because he does like whole college lectures, and so
But
I'll be honest.
the information that he be having, I'll be like, dang, that's why. But it all ties up into the day one notes. It all go into all of the volumes that he's ever did. Because I'll
Mm.
be finding myself like, oh, I got that. Oh, okay, let me go over here because I think that too. Like, like when he did Adam and Eve and talking about the RH positive, and girl, I screamed so loud. I was in my car like, ah! I know they was looking at me in my car because I was like, oh, stop playing with me. Because it just brought me back to me getting a blood transfusion and what my blood type is.
Mm. Wait, I've just noticed that it was people in the comments too. So I just want to say,
Is it?
hey to trail to the first. Shalom, brother, Lil Narm, brother P, mega old school,
Oh, hey, y'all.
Chef Moody, Chef Moody, and A Not 424.
Girl, we so busy talking. Hey, y'all.
So I just want to say thank you guys for
Oh,
supporting
there
and
go.
whoever else
I ain't
supported.
seen Trail D the first in a minute.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
up, Trail? How you doing, brother? We ain't seen you in a long time.
yeah. It's been a
Let me
while.
join this chat. Tell everybody I said hey.
Yeah, so I just
But
want to thank
um,
everybody for tuning
I'm
in.
glad y'all came in. I
Yeah,
am so glad. Yep, he
yes,
said
thank
it
everybody.
requires both sides. Yes, submission on both sides is required. Yes, yes. Everybody is agreeing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, y'all. Praise Yah. Hallelujah. Ha! I'm
Yeah.
glad y'all came in. Y'all listening. That's good. But
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm just and you for you to be married and me being single, it's a beautiful thing because I can learn from you, which I do anyway, before the marriage and after. Like it's a beautiful thing.
Praise God.
It's a beautiful thing. And
Praise God.
I'm glad that you never gave up. Never. I'm hats off to you, girl.
Thank you. But almost every day I wanted to give up.
I'm glad you didn't though. I'm glad because that is it's not you can't people can't give up. That's the easy way out.
Yeah.
You gotta fight. You gotta fight for your salvation.
Mm-hmm.
If you love your husband and your wife, you gotta fight. Do
Mm-hmm.
everything it can. And when I say play roles, I don't mean sexual roles. I mean roles like just do something spontaneous. Go on a date. Meet them up at the restaurant. Act like you don't know each other. Like do some different stuff. Just game night, date night. Just do different things to keep your marriage up here. And always keep y'all first.
Mm-hmm.
Keep y'all first in your marriage. I ain't even married and I know that.
Mm-hmm.
But ain't no telling what will go on if I ever do get married. I don't know. I just know what I say I'll be doing, but I don't know. Because he
Mm-hmm.
might say something to me and I'll be like, what? You talking to me? But because
Mm-hmm.
I've never been married. So when a man says some stuff to me, it's like you
It's not easy because I mean, especially by coming from a major city and because you from Detroit and I'm from Chicago, so everybody
Mhm.
know we are tough. We have tough
Mhm.
experience. And then
Mhm.
coming from the Midwest, we're different than those that's like on the East Coast and like in the South and the West Coast. Midwest, we are totally different. And people say we are aggressive and like we
Mhm.
say what we mean, and they say that we talk too much and that we always ready to fight. And that is true.
Mhm.
But you have to learn how to tone it down. And the thing is, it's crazy because when I was single, y'all was trying to teach me that prior to. But when I tell you, because I was being disobedient, not listen to the Most High, whew, that's why I tell people, humble yourself before y'all humble you. Because if y'all
Ooh,
humble you,
baby.
it ain't not gonna be. Oh, it don't feel good.
It
But
don't.
again, I'm still grateful even for him humbling me, and he's teaching me how to
Mhm.
learn how, like you said earlier, be quiet, know when to speak, when not to speak, and also working with being emotional, because
Mhm.
as women we can be overly
Mhm.
emotional, and that's the
Oh
thing. Like I
yes.
said, and it's hard because you be like, well, you said this, and then for me, I'm from Chicago, so you're not about to talk crazy to me. If you say something to me, I'm gonna say it back to you. And see, for me, I'm not even the type that likes to argue. I don't like to argue. I'm ready to fight. So learning how to keep that under, and most I have to change me with that. Whew, I tell you,
And
prayer
that's
works.
me. That's me. I'll be ready to knock your head off. But guess
Yeah.
what? I ain't finna knock your head off because that ain't the energy that you finna get from me. Now, back then, I would have knocked your head off.
But see, you
Now,
can't be like that in marriage,
I'm
because in marriage
learning
you have to
to,
cool down.
yeah, uh huh. It ain't about me being from Detroit. It ain't, it's just, I bring it on down here because I
Mm-hmm.
am still a female. And me, I could whoop anybody. That's what I would say. But I can't whoop everybody. You know, you just got to be quiet. Just shut up. People don't like to hear that. Shut up. Shut up. Just
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
I was like that in my relationships though. I didn't really. I did argue with my daughter's father a lot because he was just doing stuff. Like, come on, did I deserve that? So I was at the point where you hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you, and oh baby, I dug deep to the point where he was trying to kill me, but I did dig deep. Mhm.
Mm.
I got
Yeah,
you
I
back.
remember.
I
Yeah,
wanted you
you
to
too.
feel your own pain. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like it's not even worth
Not
it.
worth it.
You're gonna feel
Mm-mm.
your own pain anyway, because y'all gonna make sure that you do. Because you know I didn't deserve that. You ain't have to do all that. That go for anybody. Female friends, all that, all of it. You gotta know who to give your energy to. And it don't be
But you know
important
what?
to be arguing all the time.
And you know, and that's the key. Like when you were saying that, made me think about how you said you have to be quiet. It made me think about when you said be still, and that goes back to how we have to learn how to be quiet when the Most High is talking. Because if we learn how to be quiet when He talking, we wouldn't have to go through half the stuff we go through. And if we learn that with Him, then you really have it down pat when it comes to getting married.
Let me tell you
Then,
something. I told my brother girl fiance. Hmm. He wanna argue and throw stuff. See, my brother had both parents in the house, my brother and
mm,
sister, but he still do take stuff and run with it like my mama
mm.
with his over emotional spoiled self. And to this day, he 40. You know what I told his fiance? Don't
Hmm.
argue with him. Let him argue. When he get the slamming and bamming and let him do it. Cause guess what? He gonna get tired of saying stuff to himself. Cause he
Yep.
don't want to do right. I said, well, y'all don't eat. She said, girl, I don't buy all that stuff no more. I just started going to the grocery store and doing it. He don't say nothing. He eat it. He eats it. Oh, he eating salads now. He ain't eating meat now. Oh, really? I said, I did what you told me to do. I don't argue with him. I said, I know my brother. I'm telling you. He
Hmm.
handles stuff like our mother. That's because my mama dealt with him the most of the time. Yeah, the daddy was in the house, but my mama dealt with half the stuff most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And he mean just like his daddy. But he emotional like my
Like
mama.
his
Because
mama.
my mother
Mm-hmm.
was emotionally disturbed. She passed that on. We'll cry at a dang on commercial if they in there crying. And it like, no. That's where I learned to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not going to be emotionally disturbed. Sorry, y'all. I left the camera. I'm coming right back. But it's a way, like you said, men getting raised by women.
Yeah.
Hmm. And that's just, and it's not that they're, the Crayola Crayon Convention. It's just that they were effeminate because they were raised by a woman. And you have to know what that word means before you get upset and say, ah, because my sons were raised by a woman and my daughter was raised by me, which is a masculine woman. So it is a difference. Where you go, Vessel?
Oh yeah, I wanted to tell her that another thing with like submission, like sometimes men don't be in the right position for women to be submissive. So it's like I'm not. It's more of like a like women like to know that they're going to be protected. Women need like to know that they're going to be provided for, especially if you're dealing with a woman who always provided for herself and always took care of herself. You gotta, if she can do everything herself, you got to show her that she can. It's okay to be soft. You can be a little girl. You can be a woman. I got everything. But men don't always, because men be lying. They don't always, just they just be talking sometimes. That's what I was telling her earlier. Like, dating in this generation not hard. Is just, people just be talking. Like they just tell you what you want to hear today.
And then a
And that's
lot
what
of
I'm
men
thinking.
ain't even reading the Bible and calling on y'all.
Hmm.
They too worldly. They living worldly and they trying to do it how the world doing it. That's why we had treat her like a lady. Now we got I'm gonna stick my thumb in. Like you can't. You got F these girls and all of you can't. What happened to loving on your women and your men? Like all the old school songs was showing you that now you got these songs that's throwing you for a loop. That's why I don't listen to it. That's exactly why. But she was saying, did you hear?
No, I just got back on because the signal is acting
She
up
was
because it's
saying
windy.
that a lot of men ain't even in the right place to for a woman to be submissive. Something that I said earlier,
Like, especially
because you got women.
if you're dealing with a woman who like take care of herself, an independent woman. If you're dealing with an independent woman who I don't need a man for nothing, and then she actually out here trying to date, you have to make her feel safe enough to be okay and not think she got to take care of everything, think she got to do everything 'cause she's so used to doing everything herself. You got to like put her in her soft girl era. So like make it so because not a lot of people be like, oh well, you got a man, why you not submissive? Maybe my man not doing everything he needs to do. Maybe I don't feel comfortable submitting all the way. Maybe if he do what he got to do man wise, then and then some niggas
For himself.
some men, some men you just fall in line for because it's like that's just you just got that alpha mentality. Like you just like that. Then yeah, like you don't even gotta try for
And
it.
then it's like that word alpha.
Here.
I don't. It's a difference between an alpha man and a man. A man. Because what is alpha?
Alpha man, like he that man anywhere he go, anywhere he goes.
But is alpha man? I just had this discussion on Facebook. An alpha man, because all alpha men don't know how to treat women, and all alpha men is not submissive to y'all.
They not.
They're controlling because they're alpha. They don't even
It's out
they
of balance. But
controlling.
if you have the Most High as your head, though, you will know how to have balance, and that's the problem. Everybody goes off of these new age words or what they call new age, but don't even have no real meaning of what it means, and they take that and they run with it because some
Mm-hmm.
guys they think if I'm the man, so I can choke you up, and that makes them strong,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not righteous, and that's not of the Most High. But again, that goes back to if you don't have your life right with Yah, you're not gonna have your life right with nobody.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And that's where my issue was with my relationship. You ain't even got yourself right. You may know what's going on, but you not even putting it, you haven't put it in perspective for yourself. So I'm not mad because you not ready to be committed. I ain't mad, you know, because I am, and I don't even know if I am. I just know what I do in a relationship. But that's a
Mm-hmm.
relationship. That's not a marriage. So it's a big difference when you in a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship and you married. That's a whole because you could walk away at any time. You
Yeah.
can walk away at any time.
That's the thing, knowing when to walk away. And again, having the discernment of the Most High, you will be able to know if a person's even worth your time spent.
Okay, so I did use the word alpha correctly. And this ain't got nothing to do with being submissive to y'all. This got something to do with a man tending to assume a dominant or domineering role in a social or professional situation. Two alpha males constantly competing to be the best.
But that's how most men are, though. I mean, if you look at it in the Bible, that's all it was. The men trying to show that they were to a certain stature.
I just don't understand the word. To me, they should have left it with the two animals. Because
But see, alpha usually, well, is a Greek word, and
mm-hmm,
when it comes to the Greeks and all the stuff that they did and the twisted the words, we have to be careful with speaking curses upon ourselves.
mm-hmm,
So I personally don't like it because it's speaking things upon yourself um, and learning when you know better, you're supposed to do better. So that's why, me personally, I don't like it to describe the
mm-hmm,
men. It's like I said, there's a man that's righteous because he follows the Most High, and he has the Most High as the head, and the Most High teaches him how
mm-hmm,
to be a man and the proper man, versus those who are being led by the enemy.
mm-hmm.
So
I
it's
agree.
and you
Yeah.
have to be careful because you have some that can seem like they're doing right and seem like they of the Most High, but they really are of Satan. Because you have a lot of men that know how to deceive you too. And then
Mm-hmm.
we have to learn how to stop deceiving ourselves. Because I see a lot of women say, well, and I see a lot of women lie to themselves of saying, well, he's a good man, he's this and he's that. And he's praying now. So because he's praying now, that automatically means that he got his life together. Who is he praying to? And just because perfect example is, I'm gonna use my own life as an example. My daddy, my daddy has always been a womanizer, and he does follow my page, so he always been a womanizer, and he can get women to do anything for him. And this is where I say, like, you have to be careful of not picking up the bad habits of your upbringing and even of your parents and breaking those generational curses. Because what I saw with my daddy was he always had a plethora of women. I mean, he don't have 25 plus children for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a charmer. He can get women to
Mm-hmm.
do anything and everything. And I remember it was this one woman he was with, and she was a widower when he got with her. And she also was a millionaire. When my daddy got through with that woman, she was broke and had to go move in with her son. She literally lost everything. But it's
Wow.
easy for her to say that he did this and he did that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not making an excuse for him. But she never stopped and looked at herself to say, did you really pray and wait on the Most High to give you an answer if this man was sent from him? No, what you
Mm-hmm.
said was, oh, he's a man of God because he prays. He's a man of God because he can quote and tell you Psalms 23. The devil quoted Psalms 91 to the Messiah when he was in the mountains. So my point is, just because a person has quick and swift words does not mean that they are of the Most High. And when you're at your weakest moment, and what a lot of women don't realize, when you're at your weakest moment, and because of your desires, Satan always sends the person that is quote unquote the one. Satan always sends the one, and it's even not even just sends the one, or he sends your exes. Your exes, they renew and they get their life changed and they different. That's the other thing you gotta be careful for, because a lot
That's
of
what I
times
think about this one here. He always come back.
they always come back, but we have to ask ourselves, why wouldn't they always come back? Because that's just like the scripture where it say, after the demons was cast out, they come back to see if the house is clean. And when they come back with more. So of course he's going to come back. Him coming back don't mean that the Most High
Because
sent him.
you are saying it's okay for the stuff that they did to
It's not even that.
let
I'm
them
talking
back
about even
in.
just. I'm talking about from a spiritual side, because
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot of times we don't realize they're coming back because Satan sent them back. It was never had nothing to do with the Most High. The Most High cleaned them out your house. Satan seen that you was lonely. Satan seen that you sitting around thinking about them because you still have a soul tie, and that's something people don't like to talk about. But you have a soul tie to this man, which is
I
why
do.
Satan is able to always let him come back. Because
Mm-hmm.
again, that's called self-reflection and accountability. And I've seen
Mm-hmm.
it too many times because it is that soul tie where you let them come back. And you're like, well, the Most High sent them. Oh, he said he prayed now. Oh, he know he saying Yah now. He ain't even saying God no more. He's saying Yah. Or he wants to have Sabbath with me. Or he's doing this and he's doing that. And so what? What fruit is he bearing? You
How
know
many
why you don't
times
know
have
what
I
fruit
said
he's
he came back?
yeah, but it's not even just true. But you know why we don't know what fruit they bearing? Because we don't even know what the fruit of the spirit really is. So
But see,
again,
I and you, we are the ones who gonna admit it. I'll admit it. I let him back in so many times because why? I love him. It didn't have nothing to do with he praying or he did. It's just the fact that we are good together. We don't how we are when we're around each other, but that's not enough.
yeah, but I get what you
Not
mean, because I
enough.
had somebody that we were quote unquote good together, but we were quote unquote good together because our demons got along. And that's a harsh reality that we don't want to accept. So of course it's quote unquote, but nothing of that relationship made me draw nigh to the Most High. I had to force it. And what I started realizing is I was trying to impose my beliefs on this person. In actual reality, they didn't care. Because as soon as we broke up, they live in their best life worshiping Satan. And they don't even realize that they worshiping Satan. They don't even realize that they sold their soul. And that's the scary part about it. Because they got the riches of this world. But again, by me, if I would have stayed still and listened to the Most High and let the Most High be my leader and let the Most High show me who He had for me, then I wouldn't have had to go through that. And see, that's the
Mm-hmm.
thing. We always think because a person says this and they say that, and that's why you have to be careful when they do try to come back. Because most of the time when they
Mm-hmm.
come back, it's coming to destroy you. We got to learn how to, when we break up with people, break those soul ties, break those chains, free them from you, and free yourself from them. But see, we don't do that because most of the time we wasn't
Mm-hmm.
even taught that. Now
Mm-hmm.
we just now recently started learning about what soul ties. And people think by saying I break this soul tie. No, 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 no. It don't work that way. You have to literally do some serious fasting and some serious praying. And some of these soul ties is too powerful for you to break. You really have to go before the throne and ask Yah to break those chains on your behalf because you can't do it.
I need to do it because when I'll be sitting sometimes and I'll be like, I miss him. But nope. I, I'm and it's at a
Mm-hmm.
point now where he's out of my life. No conversation, no nothing. None. No nothing.
Mm-hmm.
There's because it was I can't keep doing that.
Yeah.
I cannot keep doing that. So me being alone by myself with nobody, I don't need no distractions. I don't need like one of my exes. He talking about he trying to marry me. Mm-mm. And I was sitting there like, do you see yourself married to this man, girl? No, I don't. They my kids asking me if he asked it. No.
Mm-hmm. And then you have to ask yourself, why did you break up with them? See, that's the part that we don't go back to. What was the reason why I broke up? Who I am then, am I still that same person? Because that's the other thing. If you still got them same spirits attached to you, of course, them spirits that attached to them is going to always draw back to you. But if you are different, and that's the thing about it, you truly have to test the spirits because it's easy to fall into the trap, especially nowadays. Because I know when I was single, the key was, well, I have to be careful. And I had this mindset of like, I had to just deal with and settle for my ex because he didn't have a shot.
Mm-hmm.
So because he don't have a shot, and I'm basically saying that y'all can't spare somebody else that he has for me from taking the shot. Only this
Mm-hmm.
person. So I have to stick it out. I have to work with them. No, it don't
Mm-hmm.
work that way. It don't work with that way at all. But just show you how your mind can make you think anything to justify
Mm-hmm.
bad behavior.
And whew, I'm and we definitely gotta stop saying we don't need our men. Because we do. It's not for what y'all may think y'all need them, but we need our men. We need our men back. We need our men prayed up. We need to be prayed up. We need our men for our children. We need our men for balance. We need our men. It this can't keep going on. We have to pray for them. This can't keep going on. Not at all. Just it's just your relationship with y'all. It's the most important thing, and repenting. And like she said, fasting. We can't keep going on this way. We cannot. Vessel signal went out. Do anybody in the comments got anything to say? If there's anybody in the comments, are y'all in my car or DJs?
Why would we be in your car?
I'm just asking. It's not even. It's a yes or no.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and end it because it's gonna keep acting up because it's a storm, right? A windstorm.
Oh, okay. We can continue this at a later
Yeah,
date.
so that's it's gonna keep dropping and freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
we'll have to come back and do this another
Mm-hmm. We can do it Sunday or tomorrow because
because
I
I
get
know we've
off
been
at
talking
3.
about this for a while.
Mm-hmm. So whenever you ready, let me know. I get off at 3:15
It's
tomorrow
breaking
and
up.
Sunday. You hear me?
Okay, I'll definitely let you know. And thank you again, and thank you everyone for staying with
Thank you
us
all for coming
and
in.
listening to us.
Yes. Oh, where's my thing?
Let me see if it